Welcome back to the channel for a preview of this Saturday's game, Port Vale against Mansfield Town. Well, let's hope we can continue off from last week after the 2-0 victory at Exeter, which we need to. We haven't won at home in 6 games. And last week's victory takes Darren Moore's record managing Port Vale in League One to 4 wins in 25. So that also needs to continue to improve. So Mansfield. Again, the overall record against Mansfield, we've got a winning record. We've won 26 in history against them, drawn 16, and we've lost 18. And when you look back, the two probably most memorable games playing Mansfield in our history, probably the two recent ones. Definitely the playoff final in 2022. And what a day that was. Well, I think they froze on that day, but we were magnificent. That 3-0 victory. Obviously the sending off, Ollie Hawkins had quite a bit to do with it, which really killed the game when we were 2-0 up. But a great day all round. And then the following season, when we beat them at the one-call stadium, which I like to call Field Mill. And we beat them 1-0 to get through to the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. Which, another great night. Because they were flying in League Two that season. And we totally outplayed them. So yeah, we got the upper hand recently against Mansfield. And let's hope that can continue tomorrow. So Mansfield's start. They've had a decent start. I think a lot of people would have thought they're going to be in the lower reaches of the table. But they've had a decent start. They've got 11 points, 3 wins, 2 draws and 3 defeats. Their away record, they've got 1 win, which was at Exeter, believe it or not, 2-1. They've got 1 draw, which was at Lincoln, 1-1, and they've got 2 defeats. On the opening day at Burton, 2-1, and a 2-0 defeat at Wycombe. So, if we're going to get out of this mess we're in at the moment and start climbing that table, it's definitely a game we've got to look to take 3 points in. And they've got quite a few injuries at the moment. Rhys Oates, who's a good player for them, been there quite a few years, he's out tomorrow. Bailey Cargill, and he's a decent player, like Forest Green, etc. He's out tomorrow. Luke Bolton, he's out tomorrow. And they had a few injuries at the weekend they're going to be assessed. Louis Reed. Remember him from our battles against Swindon. He picked up a knock on Saturday, along with George Maris, who's played for them for quite a few years. He picked up a knock, is going to be assessed. And Aaron Lewis. So they got a few walking wounded. So I think they're there to be got at. And really, at home, with our side, we should be looking to take full advantage of this, carrying on from last Saturday and gaining another 3 points. Well, players who play for both clubs. And that's quite interesting because we've got Ben Wayne, the much maligned Ben Wayne. I bet Mansfield are glad they got rid of him. I bet they're glad he's not playing for them tomorrow. Oh my goodness. They did warn us when we signed him that he was, to put it in one word, useless. And they were proven correct. He is useless. So yeah, he played for both clubs. Ben Wayne. Harry Charlesley, which he did okay when he played for us, Harry Charlesley. I think his most memorable game would have been that Salford win away from home when we won 1-0. And he scored there. Left foot curled it in the corner. Cracking goal. Behind the goal, erupted. limbs everywhere, as the youth of today says. Then we've got John McComb, John Boom Boom McComb, who played for Mansfield in the Vale. Stalwart at centre-half for us and getting promotion under Mickey Adams. And then the one that interests me the most, and I'll play an old winger. And I look back on sort of all my time following the Vale, and he's one of my favourites. For no reason, he wasn't a brilliant player. But Gary Ford, when he played for the Vale, he was a cracking player, cracking winger, looked nothing like a winger. Small, stocky. And his nickname when he played for the Vale was Eddie, because he looked just like Eddie the Eagle. And for the older people, that's Eddie the Eagle as a bloke who was in the Olympics, came last, skiing downhill off a jump. And he looked just like Eddie the Eagle. But yeah, Gary Ford played for both clubs in Mansfield and the Vale. Cracking player for us, Gary Ford. So, we go on to the team for Saturday. Now I know the best team. I know the best team we've got with that squad at the moment, and it's the one I will pick. But I bet our manager doesn't. But hey ho, let's see what he does. Because the midfield, what he'll pick and what I'll pick will be totally different. But I've been banging on this channel for the past few weeks. We should be picking the best team, putting the best players in the best positions. And what I don't want to see tomorrow, or should I say Saturday, I don't want to see, if we do go a goal up, sitting off like we did against Orient, sitting off like we did against Exeter. We need to go for the jugular. If we go 1-0 up, foot on the gas, 2 and 3, then we can sit back a little bit. The sitting back at 1-0 up is a recipe for disaster, which has been proven up to now. As I keep reiterating, these fine lines in this division between success and failure, and we're consistently, through Darren Moore's team selections and tactics, being on the wrong end of results. And his record proves that. Moving up a division to League One isn't like managing in League Two with a squad like we had. He's got 4 wins in 25 managing Port Vale in League One. He needs to improve. So the team I pick for Saturday, I'd have Gucci in goal. Bring back Mitch Clark at right wing back. And if he isn't fit, got to play Jordan Gabriel. Got to play Jordan Gabriel. So either Mitch Clark or Jordan Gabriel play the best back three, which is Kyle John on the right-hand side of the back three. I keep banging on about Cameron Humphreys. Play him in the middle. Against Orient. Against Exeter. Ben Ennigan. Passing's atrocious. And I think Ben Ennigan looked like he was injured last week, so I think Ben Ennigan's going to be out. So that paves the way for the best back three. Cameron Humphreys in the middle, so we can distribute the ball. So we don't consistently lose possession when we don't have a ball playing centre half. So we have Cameron Humphreys, Connor Hall on the left-hand side, and Liam Gordon as the other wing-back. Now, the midfield three. If you want what I think Darren Moore will go with, I think he'll go with the same midfield three. I think he'll go with Ryan Rosedale, George Byers, and Ben Garrity. And I'd go with none of them. I'd have the midfield player who's played the best in midfield for us this season. Has to play, in my opinion, Funzo Ojo. Alongside him, I'd have the legs, get around the pitch. The second best player that's played this season in midfield, Reece Walters. And thirdly, the third person in midfield, like I keep banging on about, instead of having 3 sitters, I want the link. And surely now, surely, he's been here 2 weeks. He must have got his volumes up now. He paid £500,000, has to play George Orr. And the front two, they pick themselves. Man of the moment, Devante Cole. And man of the moment, Rory Payton. And if we pick that team, play the right tactics on the front foot, go at them from the start, it should be a victory for us. But if he doesn't pick the best team, his tactics are found wanting again, it could be a nervy old day. So anyway, what do I think? Well, it's a must-win game. If we're going to stay in this division, we have to be beating Mansfield at home. Because there are a lot of games coming up whereby you can't be looking to go to Huddersfield, Luton, Bolton, Stockport expecting a win. We have to win these games. Else we're going to be in a right dogfight to the end of the season. So, I think we will win on Saturday. I think we will continue the good form from Exeter. And I think we'll win 2-0. So there we go. We will see. So thanks for listening. Please like and please subscribe. And up the Vale.